Welcome to LuckScout Economy News. The global economy is an intricate web of interconnected systems, where the actions of one nation can ripple across the world, affecting markets and economies far and wide. Understanding its trends is crucial for investors, policymakers, and businesses alike. By analyzing these trends, stakeholders can make informed decisions that drive growth and stability. Current economic indicators paint a mixed picture, with both opportunities and challenges on the horizon. While some sectors are booming, others face significant hurdles that need to be addressed. Inflation remains a concern in many parts of the world, prompting central banks to adjust monetary policies. These adjustments aim to balance economic growth with the need to control rising prices. Meanwhile, some regions show signs of robust growth, driven by innovation and investment, while others struggle with economic headwinds, such as political instability and resource scarcity. The disparities between regions highlight the complex nature of the global economic landscape. Inflation in the United States has been a persistent concern for both policymakers and the general public. Over the past year, rising prices have affected everything from groceries to gasoline, putting a strain on household budgets and business operations alike. However, there has been a glimmer of hope as inflation has begun to moderate in recent months. This moderation is a welcome relief, but it remains to be seen if this trend will continue, or if inflationary pressures will resurface. In response to these inflationary pressures, the Federal Reserve has taken decisive action by raising interest rates. This strategy aims to cool down the overheated economy and bring inflation under control. By making borrowing more expensive, the Fed hopes to reduce consumer spending and business investments, thereby slowing down the rate of price increases. The Fed's actions have far-reaching global implications. Changes in U.S. interest rates can influence currency exchange rates, making the dollar stronger or weaker against other currencies. This, in turn, affects global trade and capital flows, impacting economies around the world. The pace and extent of future rate hikes will depend heavily on incoming economic data. Key indicators such as inflation rates and employment statistics will guide the Federal Reserve's decisions. Policymakers will closely monitor these metrics to determine the appropriate course of action, balancing the need to control inflation with the goal of sustaining economic growth. The Eurozone is also grappling with elevated inflation, driven by factors like rising energy prices and supply chain disruptions. The European Central Bank, ECB, has begun raising interest rates as well, albeit at a more cautious pace than the Federal Reserve. The ECB faces a delicate balancing act, as it seeks to tame inflation without derailing the economic recovery in the Eurozone. China's economy, after a period of slowdown, is showing signs of resurgence. Exports have rebounded, driven in part by strong global demand for electronics and other goods. China's economic performance has significant implications for the rest of the world, as it is a major engine of global growth. Central and Eastern Europe are experiencing economic growth, fueled by factors such as EU integration and investment in infrastructure. These economies are becoming increasingly integrated into global supply chains, providing opportunities for businesses and investors. While some regions show positive economic momentum, driven by technological advancements and robust trade activities, others face significant challenges. South Africa, for instance, is grappling with high unemployment, poverty, and inequality, which have been exacerbated by historical factors and recent economic downturns. The disparity between the rich and the poor continues to widen, hampering its economic progress. The country is implementing structural reforms to address these issues, but faces an uphill battle. These reforms include improving education, fostering entrepreneurship, and enhancing infrastructure. However, the path to recovery is fraught with obstacles. Globally, other risks, like geopolitical tensions and climate change, could further complicate the economic outlook. Navigating these complexities will require careful policymaking and international cooperation. Countries must work together to create sustainable solutions, ensuring that economic growth is inclusive and resilient. The future of global prosperity hinges on our ability to address these multifaceted challenges collectively.